Hi everybody, it's Yazzie here, and I have a reading for you. And I do have a channeled message that actually came through to me last night just as I was about to go to sleep. But first, let's go ahead and do this as I always do. I ask and invite in the gods and goddesses, archangels, guardian angels, deities, entities, spirits, spiritual team, spiritual guides, ascended masters, our higher self, our inner toddler, our inner child, our inner teenager, our shadow self, and the universe to be present. And I ask that you all would please banish and remove anything and everything that is not meant for us, including negativity, negative energies, negative entities, evil eyes of all kinds, and negative monitoring spirits, for they are not welcome nor are they invited. And I ask that you all would please purify and cleanse the space, the tools in which I use, the cards, and myself, so that this message comes through clearly and with clarity for the collective this evening. Please and thank you. So, I had I guess it was a phrase that came through, or just, I don't really know what to call it, but basically what came through was if you think that you overgiving is going to be what makes them want to take advantage of you, wait until you get to a point where you're good, fine, and well, and stable, and things are going good for you. Okay? And pretty much, and this can apply to anyone. It doesn't matter really who it is to you, 144. It just means that pretty much, because how do I explain it? Because some people, they may do it unconsciously, where it may be a subconscious thing where they're not realizing it or they're not aware of it. But there are people out in the world who are very clear of, who they are, how they go about things, or, how they choose to handle things. And sometimes, people get spiteful, whatever the case may be. But it's just one of those things where don't think that you doing a certain thing or doing that one and only thing is going to be the only opportunity or the only place or time that the people may try to do so. Because as you begin to change, as you begin to do better things in life, as you begin to grow, people are going to take notice. People are going to see that change. They're going to realize that, wait a minute, something's different. And that's going to cause, some sort of shift. It's going to cause some sort of, trigger, or it may cause them, to be pushed into a place where they may not understand, what's happened or where the change happened, or whatever it is. And that may push them to feel some type of way about it. Also, it's a full moon. It's a Taurus full moon. So the energy is a little weird right now. So we'll see what comes out in the message. Also, if my message or anything within my messages does not resonate with you, that's perfectly fine. It just means it's not your message 333. But just remember that you don't have to be over giving or giving too much of yourself for that to be the only time and opportunity, or the only time when someone feels the need to or notices that they can take advantage of you. So keep that in mind as well. But that was a channel message that I got, but we're going to see what's coming through with the cards. I'm just going to do a general reading because I'm sure the energy is potent enough for 11 to bring something out. Which one do we want? Which tarot deck do we want to start with today? Okay, thank you. I kept hearing tarot. I'm like, which one? Okay, we're going to start with the traditional. We're going to use both of them, of course. I usually do. But what does the collective need to know today, generally? What's going on in the world? What's happening? What is happening in the world today? This evening? For others of you, it might be morning. But in the northern hemisphere, it's night. And there is a full moon We'll drop those two. What came out? 3. Sorry. Correction. Oh. Weren't these the same cards from my picture that I took? Because we have the 6. We have the 6 of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the the 9 of Cups. And I'm pretty sure this was in the picture message too. And I shuffled the deck. I was shuffling the whole time here, but they're out here again. I just heard different message as far as why the cards are here. So it's not the same message. Okay. Start there. Okay. And we have the 8 of Wands on the bottom of the deck too. So, okay, so what's going on with 6 of Swords, King of Pentacles, and 9 of Cups? You're moving into calmer waters. Stability is assured. So there's something coming through. It's not, it could be a person, 611. It could be a situation. It could be your finances. It could be anything, 616. But this is something where things are changing. However, movement is needed though. This is something where you can't be in the same place as you've always been, or be in the same place where, what is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So it's that kind of situation where in order for you to get to this stability, but also this feeling more at ease within your emotions, there has to be movement. Whatever that movement may be, 654, it must be done. It's not something that can be put off. And the good news about it, the good news, I'll show you, I'll say why I went ooh in a second, but the good news about it is that it's coming in quickly. It's not something that's just gonna take as much time as it used to, 717, or take as much time as how long that you're used to it being. You're not used to it. You're always used to things taking forever, is what I meant to say. So for this situation, it's something where it's faster than what you expect for it to happen. And the reason why I went ooh is because underneath the 8 of Pentacles is the Queen of Pentacles. We have a match here. So there's a high possibility that yes, for those where it is a person, there is a match here. Regardless of whichever energy you are, it's here. And it is happening. It is coming along. This one matters, so I'll go ahead and put that down. So that's important as well. Where are we going next? Okay, we're going to go to the antique and see what we have here as well. I did, and I shuffled this a lot too. There's a lot of blockage, especially when it comes to talking. There's a lot of blockage there. Blue and green is really important. So, and of course I see here earth energy, but also water as well. So you may be working with those elements a bit more. Go outside more. You'll gain some clarity if you do. It's important to do so anyway. It's something where going outside kind of helps with the stability, with the grounding yourself. And what came out was the 5 of Blades and the 8 of Elixirs. Why is this here? You're finally learning to walk away from conflict. Like it's not something where you're not getting caught up in it as much anymore. And I can't help but see the Queen of Rods at the bottom. It's relevant? Okay. And this is relevant as well because look at what's underneath that. The 8 of Rods, which is double confirmation for the 8 of Wands. So things are moving quickly. And because you're finally deciding, I'm going to pick these up so you all can see them. They're so beautiful. But because you're finally choosing to not engage 1001 in regards to the conflict, whatever the conflict may be in your life, and you're being in this energy, you're very, as the Queen of Rods or King or Queen of Wands, you're very magnetic. You stand in your power. You know who you are. You have that confidence. You know where you're always connected to not just others, but most importantly to your higher self in the universe. You know what's going on. You're well aware of it. And you're not going to be I just heard, I'll be damned if I'm taken down so easily, is what I just heard too. So you know what you're supposed to be doing, you know where you're supposed to be at. And because of that, things move in faster because you're focused. You're not getting distracted by things or temptations or anything that could derail you from where you're meant to be going. 1101, I saw as I said that. What else? Is there anything else we need to know? I know they want me to kind of have this as a quicker message. But what else? What else? Anything else that we need to know? I just heard money. What about money? What about it? Because we heard about stability. Oh. It flipped out. We have the King of Blades and the Three of Blades came out. We haven't heard from the King of Blades. Is it the same person? Yes. So I've talked about the King of Blades previously in some readings, so it's that same energy. Alright, what's up with them? There's Three of Blades here. There's some heartache, obviously, but hurt within money. Heartache from being blinded. Okay. But why? Oh. The Four of Coins just came out. Holding too tightly is what I just heard. To what? Can we get a little bit more on that? 1233 is I looked up, and then 1234. But what are they holding too tightly onto? I just heard collective, so you. But why did money come up? Because that was the first thing you said. Why did money come up? What's going on as far as the money goes? Tell me a little. Oh. Okay, so what flipped out was the Fool, but it's crossed. And then we have Temperance on the bottom. So this is that same King of Blades energy as before. This was someone who was completely cut off from you. I remember this one. And they have that heartache. They lost you, which we know. We've been here before. What's the difference with this, though? They didn't take the chance, which is why the Fool came out like this. And because of the fact that they can't let you go and they keep holding on to the heartache, that's what's stalling them from actually trying to take any leap of faith. They've lost hope, is what I just heard too, which is why the Three of Blades is out here too. They've lost that hope and that faith, and it's stalling them from moving forward, which is why Temperance is at the bottom. And I can't help but notice underneath that is the Devil card. So they're getting lost. They're getting dragged back down. And they need to go back into finding balance within themselves, but also within their life. And they need to try and fix this lack of hope and faith and actually taking that leap. It needs to be like that. But they're not doing that. Something is blinding them I just heard blinded by money. Money is what's blinding them in that case. Okay. They want me to pull from the traditional on this. Can we get a few cards as to what else? Why is the money causing blindness? Why is the money causing blindness? Is that what they're holding on to too tightly as well? Aside from the collective, the memories? Can we get a little bit more on that? Tell me about the blindness. Tell me more about the blindness. Tell me more about the blindness of money. I just heard closed heart, which makes sense. That makes sense already. Tell me more about the blindness because of money. Tell me more. I just keep hearing unhappy. Ooh. Oh, well, that really said it. Hold on. And we have the Chariot at the bottom. But couple more? Okay. And then I'll start talking about this in a second. But that really says it. Okay. Okay, that's too many. And you know it. Don't start. This one? Okay. You said a couple more cards, so give me... Okay. I mean, that works. Anyway, there's my couple cards. That's fine. Okay, now we have the Nine of Pentacles. However, what came out and what shocked me as it's confirmation, but the Hierophant, the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and then what came out was the Moon and the Empress in reverse. So the blindness and pretty much the heartache makes sense with the stress. They can't sleep at night, the insomnia. And the Hierophant is that they committed to people, places, and things that were only stealing away their happiness. Which pretty much says it all right here. And part of that comes from the fact that... Tell me more about why the Empress and the Moon are in reverse. Why are they in reverse? Tell me about these two in reverse. Hidden things no longer hidden. The light shines on all. They really thought they'd be safe with this. Oh, okay. They feel they lost everything. The attraction is now lost, which makes sense with the Empress in reverse, because if it's upright, that pretty much means they're not chasing, they're attracting. They know their worth, they know their value. So they're in a state where things have come to light, but the problem now is that they don't feel, they're not in the place they used to be. Their worth is gone. They've lost it all. They're stressed because they decided to give in. They gave in to the obsessions and the constrictions of everyone else around them. They chose people that fed into this devil energy. That's what they chose. And now everything's coming to light now. They made horrible commitment, and they thought that the mentors, because the Hierophant can also represent a mentor or someone that they look up to. Whoever they looked up to and whoever they committed to has done nothing but hide things from them, cause them stress, cause them heartache, cause them deceit and betrayal. And now that it's come to light, they realize that I literally heard they ain't the shit no more. That's literally what I heard. They're realizing now that they're not at the top anymore. They have truly become humbled, is what I just heard. Oof. They've become humbled really harshly, is what I heard. I would give anything to have the good life again. Because when I had the good life, I had you, is literally what I just heard. And that's why the Nine of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck for them. And would you look at that? Temperance is underneath that. Would you look at that? When they were with you and when they had you in their life, they had that good life, they had that balance, they felt like they were on top of the world. And now that you're not there, you're not a part of their life, that's what's causing all of this pain. Because they chose people that don't feed into their growth and their evolution, and they don't challenge them. All they do is just, they're surrounded by a bunch of yes people, like yes men or yes women that just agree with them and say, yeah, go ahead, go fall, pretty much. That's what they're surrounded by. So, and that is a very harsh reality. Damn. Anyway, but, oh, and I couldn't help but notice, I just saw it right now, underneath Temperance as a double confirmation with the conflict, the Five of Swords is underneath that. Well, hopefully. Oh, I see what it is. So, because as I've shown earlier in the cards with the Five of Blades and the Eight of Elixirs, you walked away from the conflict now. And yes, you are the Queen of Rods, but you're also the Queen of Pentacles. So you're in a very good and stable energy. 2-2-22. But because you have chosen yourself and you're walking away from things, that's where the conflict comes in for the King of Blades. They're having to deal with the conflict now. That's why this is here. But it's still a double confirmation regardless. And the one that is coming in for you, which came up twice again for the second time with the Six of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups, is someone, and perhaps even an opportunity, if it's not a person, something or someone that matches you better. Someone that, while they are in that stable energy, they'll still be able to make sure that passionate fire is alive within you, because they still match you in a way where, unfortunately, the King of Blades is having that harsh reality that there's the possibility that they didn't match you the same way. Could they? Yeah, they could have, but they chose not to. Okay? So, whichever way you choose to go is entirely up to you, but remember that this full moon, we all got work to do. We got choices to make and things to evaluate in our lives. So, however, you're doing a good job. You're walking away from any conflicts that cause you pain, and that's a good thing. Good job. Because that means you'll be able to attract in faster the things that are truly meant for you. So keep that in mind moving forward. Is there anything else that we have for this reading? No, that's all. I hope this reading brought you clarity. I hope that it helped. And thank you all again for supporting me. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining me. And be safe out there. I love you all so very much. Take care of yourselves. Drink water. Eat good food. Do what makes you happy. And I will see you all again soon. Bye.